Good morning, friends. Normally, in the jurisprudence, we'll be teaching you the topics of obiter dicta, ratio decidendi, and precedent. Right? So, these are the general principles of law. Today, we are concerned with obiter dicta because it has been discussed in the papers time and again, and so many people are commenting on this, and it has become the trend of the newspapers that they are highlighting the obiter dicta passed by the honorable judges of the AP High Court. Since we are in AP, we have been saying. Normally, it has taken a political side, but let us confine to the legal side, so better you understand the object of the obiter dicta. So, first of all, let us know what is obiter dicta. Obiter dicta is an expression or opinion uttered in the court during the passing of. That means at the time of discussion, at the time of trial, right? So, in a court, whenever the judge passes certain comments, right, because they are also persons, they have to speak, is it not? When the advocate is selling something, yes, they can also express their opinions. But obiter dicta means obiter dicta does not find a place in the decision. They will not make any point in the decision. It's only spontaneous comments or passing comments or incidental remarks. So they cannot be taken as a precedent. Of course, in certain cases, if it is relating to a principle or rule of law, this obiter dicta of the Supreme Court will be binding on the High Court. That's the only rare cases. Normally, obiter dicta is a passing remark, is an incidental remark. It does not have any effect with the decision of the case. Previously, we have seen in the Telangana APSRTC strike case at the time, the court passed some stringent obiter dicta, but when the judgment came, it came in favor of the government. So something happens like that. So please remember obiter dicta. The Latin meaning of obiter dicta is that is the dictum or saying which is said in the passing. That means while passing. That means while discussion is going on. That's all. So it is not legally binding as a precedent, and it is not essential to the decision, right? So this was enunciated in the famous case of State of Haryana versus Ranbir 2006. Supreme Court discussed the concept of obiter dicta as a decision, right? So please remember, this obiter dicta is more or less presumably unnecessary to the decision. It is not at all connected to the decision. So it may be an expression of a viewpoint or sentiments which has no binding effect. Suppose in Lohia case, what happened is, Judges Lohia case, what happened is Amit Shah was the accused erred in the charge sheet, and when the advocate stated that Amit Shah was busy with some meeting in Delhi, so Judge Lohia, what he said, on the next day he said, what man, you said your man is busy with some meeting in Delhi, but yesterday he came to Delhi and attended Bombay and he attended a rally. So if this is the case, I may have to issue an NBW, your man has to surrender before the court and the police have to bring him. So this is obiter dicta. Suppose if the advocate says, while condemnation petition, Your Honor, my client is so much busy, he cannot come out, all these things. Then the court may say, do you think that the court is doesn't have any work? So that is obiter dicta. So another thing I want to tell you, it's sarcastic way. So there was a dispute between Rakesh Asthana and his deputy director in CBI, and both of them they have to come to the CBI court. It was taken as a contempt, and they were made to wait till the rising of the court. That means when the court dispenses, then only they can go out. That is the punishment. Of course, let us not take a punishment. That is the order given to them, right? So being sincere police officers, they sat in the court, and our Attorney General Sri K.K. Venugopal has been observing right from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock. They have waited. Of course, the court was adjourned for lunch. but they did not go out for lunch because it is Delhi, and when once they go, normally they may not be in time because the court may resume at 2:30 p.m. So they waited in the court itself. Normally, it is a habit for the police officer after lunch to take a nap. If they take a nap, finish. So better they waited. Right? Seeing their plight, they waited till 4 or 4 p.m. or 4:15 p.m. Seeing their plight, the Attorney General Sir K.K. Venugopal request the Honorable Court, Your Honor, they have been waiting from the morning. Can they leave the court, Your Honor? Then arbiter dicta from the Supreme Court. Okay, Advocate General, okay, AG Garu, yes, they can go, provided they have to come tomorrow and stay in the court right from the morning till evening. That means sarcastic saying, that means how many guts they have got to leave the court at the before we depart. So that is arbiter dicta. Of course, it does not have any connection with the judgment. So that's why arbiter dicta is an expression, is an incidental remark by the judges. They will be passing so many comments like this, incident remarks, but they don't have any bearing on the judgment. Right? So please remember, at the time of trial, if they speak like that, yes. But a junior magistrate, of course, due to his young age or that is called what is inexperience, in a judgment he stated that during the meeting of so-and-so, the Honorable Chief Justice stated like this, and basing on this I am acquitting the accused. Then the judge said, no, it is only arbiter dicta. We give our opinion. You should depend only on the judgments. So this is the value of arbiter dicta. Right? Now, why I am telling is a little bit, now I am switching over to the political side. Because you might appreciate better. So there is a confrontation between AP High Court and the state government led by the CM. It has already gone to the extreme lengths. And because very recently the arbiter dicta of the Supreme High Court is whether there is rule of law, can we go for Article 356, all these things are there. Right? And all you may be knowing regarding that social media postings by the YCP leaders, even though the matter was entrusted to the CBCID, since they did not take proper action in crime number 16 and 17 by 2000, registered under the very simple section 505 clause 1 and 506 of the IPC. So the case was handed over to the CBI. So at that time, the newspaper, they are highlighting the arbiter dicta only, not on the judgment, not on the orders. So normally every system, there should be some check and balances, definitely. So every system in democracy should observe restraint while commenting on the other systems. Of course, where the High Court people are saying so many things, the High Court of obstructing. Suppose constitutional programs or statutory programs, they don't object. For example, this present CM stated Amma Odi, Nadu Nedu, Vidya Devana, Vidya Kanuka, Vahana Mitra, so many things are there. Did the High Court object? No. But where there are legal points, definitely the High Court will object. Of course, it is a separate subject, I do not discuss. In this connection, I want to tell you, Mr. Sajjala Ramakrishna Reddy, who is the principal advisor to the state, he has requested the Honorable Court to pass the comments in the shape of judgment so that they can go for an appeal. That's why arbiter dicta has no connection with the judgment. So now he wants to put the High Court in a quandary, stating that you please put it in the judgment, then we will go to the will go to the appeal, like that. So please remember, this is arbiter dicta. This will be useful for you as a principle. In jurisprudence, we will discuss it more. Right? Thank you.